reading from this, many people blame the variances in student and school successes on parent involvement. How would you propose bringing equity to students whose parents and home life are not able or willing to provide it? How do we move beyond blaming adults for children's success?
Can I see the question? That might be better.
So something that, I don't know if you guys have heard of ACEs. That's the first thought that comes to mind, is that there's a lack of awareness around trauma and how trauma impacts livelihood, how it impacts finances, it impacts education, it impacts so many. When you look at life, trauma can play a huge significant role in that. And when we look at that, there are answers to how we can go about providing for and filling in those gaps. And one way to do that is through wraparound support. So if there's a parent who, make sure, how would you? So if there's a parent who doesn't have a home life where a grandparent doesn't know how to read, or a mom is working 2 jobs and they're a latchkey kid, what are those programs that we can provide? And I don't know everything. I will just tell you that. I don't have all the answers, but I do know, again, that we have beautiful minds working together in Chattanooga. And a lot of those minds have to do with our teachers who are with our children day in and day out. So bringing them to the table, letting us hear their voices and their solutions is part of the answer. But we have a duty to provide education. And one way to do that is to talk about trauma, to talk about how it impacts lives, to talk about how it impacts their children, because it does. And if you haven't heard of ACEs, please look it up. It's called Adverse Childhood Experiences, and it can bring a lot of insight into life, into the whole life of the children that don't have opportunities like some children do. So, did that answer that question?
I think so. Mr. Smith?
Did you want to say something?
You know, for 25 years, I've seen a lot of kids that being raised by single moms, by grandmamas, by aunties. Some of them will leave our program at night, and my son can attest to this, and we're not real sure where they're going to pepper their head. And they get home, there's no food in the refrigerator, and the lights turned off, daddy's in prison. And mama's bringing boyfriends in, they're in the back smoking pot. And you expect that child to get up in the morning and concentrate on algebra. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So we want the school system to fix all these. You know, we can't legislate morality. We just can't. It's not the school board's responsibility to do that. You know, I try to make it a practice in my life to be that gap. A lot of people in here tonight. What if, I don't know how many's here, maybe 75. What if every single one of us in this room picked one child? Just one. Just got to pick one. Child to love on, to mentor, to hold accountable, to encourage. Wow. What a difference we can make. So we can't depend on the government, the school board, to fix all these social issues. But as individuals, I have a responsibility to help with that. We all do. We all do. It's tough.
So can I add to that? So there's a story of a mom who had, she had 7 kids total, and this was a college graduate. Mom was a college graduate, and in the course of a year, her husband died right in front of her and her children. So this college educated mom had to make do. She had to put things back in order, put things back in place, because she was the sole breadwinner. And after a time, after going back and forth to work and having to deal with her children who are having behavioral issues, as they should, having a trauma like that happen in front of them. She lost her job, and as a result of that, she found herself homeless. So when we look at our parents and look at our children, not every situation is built on a parent or a family member who doesn't have, it's not a morality issue for every family out there. That does exist, but there are a lot of parents out there who are struggling, who are trying to make ends meet, and they just need a little love and a little support. And yes, as individuals, we can do something about that. And I agree too that it's not the sole responsibility of individual school board members, but as individuals, we can come together. And again, our community